What is going on, everyone? We are here back with another episode, and we have a guest, Emily. She's a bikini competitor, coach, and something else. Tell us a little about yourself, just to tell the audience who you are.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for having me. I actually went back and had a look, and I think I'm the first, other than Sabina, I think I'm
Mm.
the first ever female guest. So,
Yes, you
yeah,
are. Yep.
super honored to be here. I mean, you summarized it really well. Bikini competitor, online coach, but I'm also a cosmetic nurse.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're all coming over for Botox.
yeah, please do. Feel ignored.
That's a lot of bodybuilders do use Botox. You know that process. Ian loves Botox. Eh?
Mm. I got told that like if you get Botox but you're still training, it just destroys it and it's like a waste of money because it
Does your body
like
metabolize it or something? Or
yeah, like you work it out rather than like let it do its job.
Yeah, I find that as well, like consecutive doses with anyone that looks after themselves, like even if they're a runner, into group fitness, whatever it is, if they like, look after themselves, they tend to wear through it a bit quicker. But if they come see you, every 12 weeks, it tends to start lasting heaps better because you actually get some like atrophy
Hmm.
of the muscles.
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
is
So
the is the frequency a bit has to be more in prep because like your body just sort of I don't
eats
know
the
like
fat.
eats it up. Yeah.
Yeah, I personally haven't noticed a difference. I've had a few treatments, but I was a little bit I'm just waiting until I finish comps for my next one, just to wait like till my face feels back out a little bit before I go ham.
Yeah.
Shove some more stuff in there, and then I put a bit of body fat back on, and then go, oops, that was too much. So we'll just see how it goes.
Because your body can't eat it. Can your body eat it for energy? Because it breaks down, obviously.
Nah, it's just a neuro like it blocks neurotransmitters,
Oh, okay, yeah.
like blocks synapses and shit. So nah, it's all
So
good.
that for bodybuilders, the recommendation would be minimum every 12 weeks to get it.
Yes, yeah, come, but we don't really want to treat like too, because if you plan on having it like for the rest of your life, we don't want to treat like before 12 weeks because then just like antibiotics, you could build up some resistance.
Okay.
Yeah. I've heard of some bodybuilders using it for their obliques
Oh,
because
that's
their
a good
obliques
one.
have gotten too out of hand and they're trying
Yeah,
to
okay.
atrophy the area. So
Yeah.
they've like doing Botox there.
I've had some girls like want it in their traps and things because I just felt like too manly.
So
Um,
yeah, to relax them.
yeah, or like people who struggle with a lot of like what's carpal tunnel?
Tunnel, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, pop it in there. Yeah, you can like so good.
Actually,
Yeah.
I need that in my forearms are always so fucking tight.
Yeah, and then they won't like pump up so much.
Mm.
So as a cosmetic nurse, how much of that crosses over to like obviously that stuff would be less on the aesthetic side and more on the functional side. Do you do much of that or
And no, unfortunately, I have to follow because I work under Silk, so we only do facial aesthetics.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You need to do your own little side hustle at home.
Yeah.
yeah, something I on your forearms.
Yeah. Yeah. It's useful. That'd be useful if you want to like bring down a muscle group in some weird sport to bring
Yeah.
it up. Yeah. That interesting bodybuilding. I guess at the moment bodybuilders only use it for the face because we look some of us can look older than what we are.
hmm Yeah. I think too, like the with bodybuilding, the biggest thing isn't just the muscles, but like because especially like you guys who push like insane levels of conditioning, it's when like you do that, the deeper fat pads kind of start to get eaten up, and then that's when that ages you faster than anything else.
Is
Yeah.
that why my eyes are like permanently changed? Like I got lean one time and then my face never came back the same.
Yeah, that would be why. Yeah.
Okay, all right,
Point,
cool.
point. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why they say the first time getting lean is the hardest. And if you get real dug out your first time, all other times after that are always gonna be easier.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get rid of that puppy fat they call it. Baby fat. So how did you get into competing and online training? Did the silk stuff come first, or like how did your life sort of pan out?
Yeah, I knew you were going to ask me this question, so I actually had to think about it before jumping on. But how I got into like the gym, like well, bodybuilding. it was just the gym that I went to at the time. They had some girls that were competing. They had like their photos like all blown up at the top of the gym, and I was just looking at them and I was like, wow, that's I just wanted to do that. But they were in swimsuits, so I knew nothing. This is like going back to probably like 2016, 2017. Um, and then I ended up joining the army as a reservist, and then I did a full-time stint up in Darwin as a medic. And they also on like the Navy base where I was, they used to back in the day do I think it must have just been like a I don't know, just like a bodybuilding enthusiast who ran the shows, but they used to host like the Navy did it, a bodybuilding competition. So they had
That's
like
pretty cool.
yeah, I mean like it's cool in theory, but like they're like very amateur.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah,
to
but
be
it's
like
for fun. It'd be
Like
just
fun. Yeah.
camaraderie and bringing people together. That's what it's for.
yeah, and like hats off to them. Like they had the tan, they had the glaze, so and they had photos up. This probably would have been like the photos would have been probably from like the early 2000s, so like old school to me. And I was like, yeah, I want to do that. And I remember like when one of the guys asked me like, oh, what are you going to do when you get home? And I was like, I'm just going to compete. I had no idea. I remember at the time I had bought a PDF, like one of Jeff Nippard's for
Oh, yeah.
the
Definitely.
PDFs. Yeah, which I mean, I feel sorry for him at the moment because I've seen that his
To
wife,
Stephanie. Yeah.
yeah, I was like, that, yeah, actually got to me because she also got me. Like, she was one
Yeah.
of the first, ever fitness YouTubers I subscribed to. And then, yeah, I just followed his training program. I had his PDF about nutrition and stuff like that. And then when I, came home, got back to the same gym and everything. And then I was just talking to people about like, oh, like, like what about a coach? And like looking back, I just got super lucky with kind of everyone just pointing me in the right direction because in hindsight, I knew nothing.
Mm.
So who is your coach now?
Scott Groeble is my coach now, and my
And
first ever coach was Emma Bowman.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
And she's local because she was local, yeah.
yeah, because she was local.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's pretty standard. Most girls go with her from the start.
oh, 100%. And
Yeah.
like with her hands-on posing and stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't beat that. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because she's gone pro herself now as well. She went pro in Korea or Japan. I think it was Korea, I think.
Yeah, I mean, she always looks incredible too. I saw her at the gym the other day. But and she was telling me that she's retired.
Yeah, she'll still live the life. She loves it. That's all she knows. She's been doing it ever since I've known her.
Absolutely,
So
yeah.
what year was your first show?
It would be 2021.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Um, that was with you started out with ICN with Emma, and
Hmm.
then yeah, and then I pretty much swapped over when I realized I wanted to go into the IFBB because I saw that's where Emma was competing. I was like, hang on a second, we're going to be up against each other,
What
and we
why
were.
what made you go over to RVB from ICM? Just the more professionalism, or like that was a bigger league?
Yeah, bigger league, and I think too, like I wanted to. I liked that IFBB was worldwide, whereas like ICN kind of I know it exists in other countries, but it
Yeah,
like
it's not the
isn't.
same.
Yeah, it's just not the same. And
Yeah.
so yeah, and then when I realized too I was going to be up against Emma, and I started following, more of the like, the famous bikini competitors like Angelica and Jen Dory and Laura Lee. And then I kind of realized that I was in the wrong federation.
Yeah. You're like, why do they look so much more polished and professional? You're like,
Yeah. And then don't get me wrong, there's some other great federations out there which I haven't tried. Like I kind of wish NABBA was still around because like people kind of talk about NABBA like back in the day.
yeah, it's still around. It's just not as big.
Well, they're
Yeah.
doing a bit of a resurgence with NABBA, but
Yeah.
it'll never be like IFBB.
They're trying really hard with it, but I don't know if the people are on board. Like, I know the promoters are coming through with it, but
You can stand from Body Beyond did it, and they like paid for his flights. And he went to the the Worlds or whatever.
Yeah.
yeah, they gave all the competitors tracksuits with their names on them.
Yeah.
Everyone up in hotels.
Yeah, I would still
It
rather
it just
I'd
doesn't
rather
have any. It just doesn't have any weight to it, like any prestige.
I'd
Like
still rather pay my own way and do
yeah.
Yeah, I would too.
IFBB.
Yeah.
The only other one for you, Em, would be like FMG would be for your division is big. They're pretty big.
Oh yeah. Although those girls are like with that posing, different
Yeah.
posing style. I do like the glitzy bikinis, but the posing and the heels, oh my God, they are not for me.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
is huge though, because but the thing is, it's highly rated on your social status as well. That
True.
actually comes into it, which is weird.
Yeah.
It's more than your physique. You have to be. It's who you are outside the physique as well. And
And
those,
then they do like the ball gowns and everything too, which is
Yeah, full blown registration before the
yeah.
night before the show.
Yeah.
yeah.
When you're supposed to be like chilling.
Just
I asked
imagine that you're in
that.
prep for an FMG show. What are you doing? I'm going out to dinner. I've got to be on my A game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's prep. Knowing how to be professional at a dinner. Knowing what forks what.
Yeah, it's almost like a beauty pageant meets bodybuilding, but
Mm,
I just love bodybuilding, so I think I'll stick with IFBB.
yeah. I like being judged on my physique only.
Yeah. And because you guys are all going over to Vegas too, hey.
I
Well,
am. Cam will if he gets qualified. That's
I'm trying to. Dave definitely is.
no, Cam's not trying. Cam's just waiting for his show. Once he's ready, he's qualified. He's qualifying in Taiwan. He's got Taiwan in what, 14 weeks?
Yeah, 40 weeks or so.
14 weeks Taiwan.
How's it going?
Yeah, going really well. It's been like off to a really good start. And it was like an unexpected prep too. So we did like a off season because I wasn't going to compete this year. My plan was to take the year off. And then like my off season was going really well. So I'm like, oh, maybe we'll do a show at the end of the year, like Prague and Italy. And then my coach was like, hey, like, why don't we just jump in the show and see how we go? And like I'm like, yeah, why not? Let's do it. So I kind of feel confident with the gains I've made. So I think and I was getting close last year. I was like, in the top call outs. So could be a chance for me to win a show this year. So
Awesome. I can't wait. That'd be super excited for you.
thank you.
He's going to win it. I'm going to watch him on the Olympic
Fucking
stage.
shut up, man. Like,
Manifest. Melissa Bumstead said to me, "You got to manifest it. I'm going to die by that now." She's married to Chris Bumstead. Oh, no, she's Chris Bumstead's brother. She's got
Oh.
good genetics. So another thing we wanted to ask you is why did you choose bikini specifically?
Oh, I feel like my physique chose bikini and um yeah, I just followed suit, really.
Mm.
Yeah.
So what about your preps? How have you found what's been different between them, and are they getting easier? Or tell us some what you've learned, found out, what you've changed, habits. Yeah, what's different now?
Oh, that's a great question. I actually did think of it though, because when I first started, fit model wasn't a thing. So potentially, I mean, I doubt it because I am shorter. I'm only 5'2", so I feel like the a little bit taller physique really suits the fit model look. But I wonder if I only was just starting out, if I would have started in fit model, who knows? Um, but yeah, over the years, I feel like definitely like mindset wise is like night and day difference. Before
Mm.
I would just be like counting down the days. I was super guilty of that. Or like just not like yeah, just I don't know, just not appreciating like it as much as what I do now. Um
Mm. Hey, I just want to take a quick second out time out the podcast to introduce Amino's Protein. Use code AGHOSTMAN to get your 5% off. Not being as present.
yeah, absolutely. Where now it's just like I just take, one day at a time. Yeah. And I think too, like it's more for me now about bodybuilding and the process rather than just the outcome of getting on stage, which I can't lie. I think when I first started, I was just like, wow, I want to be like full glitz, full glam on stage. Um, but now it's more so the day to day that I love.
Yeah, because you train like pretty hard and structured. Like I see, you don't like, you're not holding back.
Oh,
And
thank you.
yeah, it's good because you're not like your full, most girls are right away, let's face it, they're all makeup up. You're actually just no makeup, no bullshit. Got some baggy gym clothes on, doing some heavy RDLs, you know?
You're exposing me. No,
Yeah, but
I'm
that's good. It shows that you actually love shows that you actually want to train. You're actually going there to train. Yeah, whereas the girls with makeup, you just see like they're just there to try stay in some kind of shape so they just look pretty.
yeah,
fashion queen.
You know, they don't care what goes on. Whereas you're actually got some intent there.
maybe that'll be me when I retire. Who knows? I doubt it.
So tell us about like working with Scott. What's he like as a coach, and what's the? I guess we're all bodybuilders, so we kind of our approach to bodybuilding is quite similar. But tell us like about your approach with working with Scott. What does he do? Does he program your training? Do you do your own training? Does he work on your posing with you, or not at all? Or like what's the go there?
Yeah, oh, that's a great question. Because Scotty and I have been together for coming up 5 years, and like when I look back, I have seen like a progression in his coaching methods too, which is pretty cool to see. And like as well, I think that's where like commitment and kind of like loyalty to a coach becomes super important. Like if you just do a show and then jump onto the next coach and then jump onto another one, then it's like, well, how are you ever gonna be a team and keep building on it? Scotty and I have done heaps of different methods. I've done meal plans, macros. I always go back to macros, especially now that I write meal plans every day for clients. And it's just easier to do my own. And to be honest, it's been like when your schedule's so busy, like to me, macros is just a lifesaver. Like if you're 100 grams short on potatoes, you're not trying to at 9 o'clock at night go to freaking Coles and get some more because that's what the meal plan says. Like you're able to adjust it and adapt like all the
Yeah.
time. We've done high steps, low cardio. We've done, more cardio depending on my job and stuff at the time. Um, yeah, we check in. At the moment, we're checking in every day, which is something we haven't done before, which I really appreciate because I know that he's putting in so much time and effort into me. Yeah, and so I check in normally in the off season. I check in with him every week. I just give him like sleep averages.
How's the training changed over those 5 years? So say at the start, maybe he was doing high volume, you had like 3 leg days, but maybe now you're doing 2 leg days and low volume. Like what's changed over your career with what's he done with your training?
Ooh, I mean, I feel like his training approach, other than some exercise selection, as he discovers new exercises and new movements to better hit the glutes basically, or better hit delts. It would have to be my execution. Like I look back at old videos and I'm just like,
Mm.
oh my God,
Yeah.
like who was that? Like a hip thrust back then, it's total difference to what it is now. And then during prep though, volume comes down a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah.
My sessions still take just as long though.
Yeah.
Yeah, resting nice and long in between sets.
That's why I always tell people you just hit the nail on the head there. I always tell people you can do lower volume as you get more experience because you get more stimulus from each set because you actually the execution is there. It's
Absolutely.
yeah. It's not that you're doing less volume. You're doing the same amount of volume as what you were at the start. You just need less sets to do that volume because you know how to put tension on your target muscle.
Would you
More
say that your
more
training
effective.
approach is like low volume, load focused, or like what would you describe that as?
Oh, I mean, volume wise, like on paper, is still pretty high. Like 3 working sets of like 5 to 6 exercises each day. But definitely as I've progressed, I focus more and more on load. Um, yeah, we've done like in an off season at like a top set, like the top set with back off. For the majority of the time, it's like the first 2 sets will be like slightly sub-maximal, and then the third and final set, wrap it out to the last safest rep, or
Yeah,
to failure on
yeah,
like the
mechanical
isolation.
failure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's not high. I mean, like 15 to 18 sets in a session for a girl.
yeah, I've seen much higher, that's for sure.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
it's maybe high to moderate.
Like, it's like moderate volume. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
moderate. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's sustainable. I mean, yeah, in the off season when you said you're doing the top set, back off set, was that when your volume was a bit lower?
Yeah, or we would do like the top sets with the back off on like the real heavy ones. So maybe like a leg press or a hack squat. And then for like the isolation, still 3 sets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yes, that's smart.
Mm. And then
Yeah.
how many leg days do you have a week?
At the moment, 2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then in off season be 3, sometimes 2.5.
Mm. You got
Yeah.
what, like a hamstring focus, a quad focus, and then just like a glute focused?
Um, I don't really have a quad focus day.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
all leg day.
pretty
All
much. Yeah,
leg, yeah.
yeah. No quads, no carbs.
No carbs.
Nah, I don't know. I've always had chunky carbs. They're just, I think it's
So,
my height.
so outside of your day job, still you just online coach and train basically.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, because you'd be pretty flat out with the two jobs and competing.
yeah. Although I really have a love for training, and this whole prep, I've just kept thinking, oh, I'd love to get into face to face. So maybe that's a goal after this prep, getting into some PT.
PT.
Yeah.
So
See what
you
the
find it easy to balance it all?
um sometimes, and then I mean, like uh, my life is kind of, yeah, work and bodybuilding. I don't have any kids. I don't have a partner, so and I work with my best friend Ash as well. We've got three girls competing in one of the local ICN shows this season, so I'm super excited for them.
So, um, what was I going to say? When you're basically prepping off season, your life basically doesn't even change, does it? You're just eating less food.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
That's when people say, "Oh, don't have time for a prep." I'm like, it's literally just eat less food. You're still training. There may be a little bit of cardio and that takes a bit of time after gym, but
Yeah. I think the one difference to my routine is getting up a little bit earlier just to get smash out some steps
yeah,
before meal one and before the day starts. This morning I was literally out there with like a beanie on. Um,
yeah. It was cold this morning, Adelaide. Like, Dave asked me as soon as I clocked on. Dave's like, "You wearing a fucking jumper?" Because I'm always hot in here. I'm like, yeah, "It's actually cold in Adelaide."
yeah, it is.
Yeah, we had thunderstorm the other day. I got caught in the rain walking my dog. Got
Did you?
soaked,
You
soaked.
just have to laugh. Oh, there's no point getting shitty because
Yeah.
what's the point, you know?
He's
Massive pack.
running. We get the zoomies when he's wet because he tries to dry off. He's fucking running around the house. I'm like, come here. I'm trying to catch you with a towel.
I'm gonna have to pack some warm clothes coming out there then.
Yeah, so it
Yeah,
sounds.
Yeah, fuck.
it's definitely getting cooler.
I got that gas border. I got like all winter clothes.
Oh yeah.
But like, yeah, before it gets cold. So I was like, it's probably the first year that I've ever been like organized ahead of time. Normally it like gets cold and I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta buy some cold clothes.
I got nothing that fits me. My mate gave me this jumper, like I don't know, 6 months ago, because when they closed Dan's gym, some random gym up in Tea Tree Gully, and this is the only jumper that fits me that I had. So when I go to Melbourne, I want to do a huge like Culture King shop.
Are
So
you feeling the cold now? Getting lean too?
yeah, a little bit. It's when I go outside, I still have periods where I'm hot.
Mm.
After I eat, after the salt hits me, I'm always hot after the salt. Um, so obviously the people around you, there wouldn't be that many because, like you said, the people around you are just already bodybuilding as well.
Yeah, but I'm a big believer in like it's about your circle, you know. It's about who you surround yourself with, and like I do like with the girls at Silk and stuff. They're all awesome. But it's interesting because that's the only exposure I have, I guess, out of the bodybuilding world. And they talk about going out on the weekends
Yeah,
and things like that.
getting smashed.
Yeah, yeah, staying out until
Yeah.
the clubs close.
How old are they? They're young though, aren't they?
Yeah, they'd be around my age actually. We're all pretty similar.
Yeah, young. We're
Yeah.
all old.
Yeah. And then I've got the other end too, which are like becoming mums and getting married and all that too. So everything in
Sometimes that's good though because you can listen to their stories. It sort of takes you away for a bit, so you have a break from your prep.
oh, absolutely too. And they show me photos of the kids and like oh like one of the girls at work, she's pregnant at the moment and her scans and like the baby's the size of, I don't know, a different fruit every week. Things like that. Yeah.
Relating your baby to fruit.
I don't know why the apps do that,
Yeah.
but
He's a banana. He's a banana.
So what are your
My
like
missus just
what
started
are your
going to see.
typical macros at the moment?
Yeah.
Like have you or went from the start of prep, have you gone like do you guys like an aggressive start and then kind of pull back towards the end or do you like toggle through like low days and high days or like, what's the style of dieting?
yeah, good question. And that's definitely evolved over the years. I feel like previously Scott's been a little bit less aggressive, but now he's all about being super efficient. So we went pretty hard off the bat.
Yep.
Um, yeah, and just started digging straight away. I've had other coaches talk about, reversing into shows and things like that. And in a way we are. Like I'm not doing cardio anymore. It's just steps. But we still have low days and high days. So more so like tomorrow is going to be a high day, which is nice, something to look forward to.
What's high?
350 grams of carbs, so not super high, but
That's a
high
lot for
enough.
your
Not
size.
bad.
What do you weigh? 50 kilo?
Yeah, well, but I'm 2 kilos lighter than Perth, than I was in Perth now. So when I got back from Perth, it honestly just started falling off. So
I think that could be like a lot of stress relief from getting
Yeah.
like the
Shit,
first show done, and then
mm,
you kind of like just like de-stress and reset from there.
100%. And then after the Perth shows, like Scott said, oh, I'll still go out and things like that, but I wasn't really feeling up to it. After not, like we put up the look that we had planned to, and everything went to plan. So I felt like, low stress. I felt, yeah, super comfortable heading into the show, but just kind of missed the mark a little bit and wasn't really what the judges were after. Which is good. I'm so glad I did that show because then it gives me, another chance to refine it for Adelaide and then again for nationals.
So
Um,
what's the main thing you're changing that you took from Perth?
a couple posing adjustments, which me that was more so that I wanted to do. Like for myself, just looking back at photos and things like that. I think I rushed a lot on stage too, especially being I was on the far end, so I probably should take my time a little bit more. Um, and then just coming in, yeah, tighter and fuller again.
So more carbs?
Yeah. Yeah. And then I
Started,
think looking back,
started blasting for
Yeah.
mm,
bikini.
What are your carb sources?
oh, I love cream of rice. That has to be my favorite. Um, Cereal, like just your classic XO crunch.
Hmm.
Um, white potatoes as well.
XO is not a classic cereal, just by the way. That's an influence of bougie cereal.
Well, it's a gluten free.
Yeah. But a classic cereal would be like an OG, would be like a cornflakes or rice bubbles.
True,
But I
true.
guess that's my generation talking, not yours. The XO might be your staple now. I don't know. For us bodybuilders, nobody eats that.
Yeah, I feel like too, I just I mean, touch wood, my digestion's always super good, but I overanalyze things in my head. That's probably one of my biggest, I don't know, maybe downfalls. So if it wasn't gluten free, I would probably be like, oh no, maybe I shouldn't be having gluten. Like,
I feel like
You're
someone
like,
like
yeah.
that.
She's like, I can't eat gluten cereal, but then she eats like six okra buns. Yeah,
yeah, that's fine.
yeah,
I think if you're someone that like does analyze things and stresses about intricacies, it's easier to just cut it out
yeah.
than like eat it and wonder.
Oh, absolutely. Because then you just eat it and then you stress yourself into poor digestion. So
Yeah. Well, I feel like we always have like a random hour where like our stomach just feels off or whatever. But if you know that you've ticked all the boxes and that happens, you just go, it's just like a whatever. Whereas if you are wondering, like, should I eat gluten or not? And you eat it and you're like, nah, I'm fucked. That's
Yeah.
100% me. Like,
You
it's,
already placeboed yourself.
yeah.
100%.
But I'll tell you what, there's pros and cons to overanalyzing, but I'd rather be someone who overthinks than underthinks.
Very true, very true. The one thing I did though, I cut out again because one of those hours where your digestion feels a little bit off and it got the better of me, so I cut out Chobani. And that is freaking all I can think about. And keep seeing these reels and they turn the tub upside down and they like stab it and the whole pot just falls out. And I was like, that's all I want. It's
Yeah, all
Chobani.
those fear mongering things that try to make stuff bad. Like, at the moment it's like, is it bread or something or
Yeah.
yogurt's going around? So, the brands what to avoid, and you're like, fuck off.
I think I've had
After,
Chobani yogurt every day for like
Yeah.
forever.
Yogurt's good for you. It's like
Yeah.
fermented for your gut health. It's like one of the best foods to eat.
Mm.
after Adelaide, Scott will tell you you can eat whatever you want. You'll have like a pot of chobani.
Yeah.
Chobani's back.
Yeah.
You know what I hate usually will get as real coaches when a client's like you finally get like, oh, everything's been good. They're like, but I went out for a cheat meal and now my digestion's gone to shit. Don't know what it could be. It's the cheat meal, you idiot. How many times has clients said that to you like they've perfect running everything smooth and then they have a cheat meal and all of a sudden their digestion screws up for the next couple of days. All the time, I hate that. And they know they eat things that they're like, oh, I knew I shouldn't have eaten it. I know they don't sit me well. I'm like, why'd you eat it then? Have you had that happen to you?
Yeah, I've had that happen, but they're not like in denial about it. They know exactly what they've
Yeah.
done.
I haven't had someone say they're not sure why it happened.
Yeah,
Mm.
People know.
yeah.
I think
So
people
like,
expect it to go back to normal straight away. They're like, oh, it's back. I threw my digestion off for one day, but then it should come back the next day. And it's kind of a rude shock to them when it takes, like a week.
Yeah, it's like 7 to 10 days to put your gut microbiome back in order.
Hmm.
leading into like the peak week, and I suppose like the last few weeks of your prep, are you like manipulating water, salt, potassium? You guys tracking any of that sort of stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I track both water and sodium each day. So just like 7 grams of salt. I get the Celtic sea salt one, just weigh it out in the morning and kind of just do eyeball it into each
Yep.
meal.
Yep.
And then yeah, 5 liters of water a day.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, last peak week we didn't change either. Previously in peak weeks, the day before the show, we've halved water and things like that. The morning of the show, we always pull it right back purely because like you just don't want to have to be like with tan on, trying to go to the bathroom, things like
Mm.
that. Um, yeah, and then show day, no changes with salt either.
Yeah, cool. It's very stable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't use any of the heart salt, potassium salt.
No, I don't. I've never used it before. Is it good?
I like the yeah, I like it. It's like I don't know, it tastes a bit different. It's a bit more vinegary, like salt and vinegary taste. But the chicken salt variety of the Heart Smart is good.
Oh, I'll have to give it a go.
Yeah.
That would have to have that would be a different sodium
It has
ratio.
more potassium in it,
Oh, really? Okay.
just a touch. Just
Yeah.
because it has a little bit of yeast in it, that's how it gets the yellow flavor.
Couple weeks time, I'll give it a go.
It when you put it on rice thins, it tastes like cheesels.
I think that's the diet taste buds talking.
Yeah, I don't think it's the cheesels.
So, what does a typical day look for you like at the moment? Like, do you work? Are you actually working full time? Still like 40 hours, and then I guess you go to the gym in the afternoon. Is it always the same every day?
Yeah, I mean, the days I'm not at Silk, I'm super grateful to like I remember my other preps getting up at like 3:30 in the morning, getting up at 4 a.m. to train before heading into work and things like that. But this time around, I definitely have noticed a difference in the quality of my training, being able to train around like 11 a.m. That seems to be the sweet spot. Have 2 meals in before heading there. It is also like it's so worth it, but the drive to the good right away
Mm.
out north is about 40 minutes. So
Yeah, same to me. 30 minutes for me.
yeah, it's so worth it. But if like so on the days my local is Tranmere. So on the days that I do have a little bit more work, just pop down to the closer gym.
Yeah, Tranmere's got it's just all hammer strength basic stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's all right for me, but for you,
Yeah.
it would be no good.
No, it's only got like the generic Cybex hack and the one leg press. It's got nothing there.
Yeah, yeah, one type of leg press.
Mm. At least Albertson has like a pendulum and the standing like hip adduction thing and everything. Albertson's better. What else? What else is going on with Scott? With the what else is on training, nutrition? How much does he adjust things? So you said he does macros, not meal plan for you.
Yeah, yeah, and he trusts me fully with that too.
He
Every,
doesn't go over it like he doesn't say, "I want you sorted out, send it to me just so I see what you're eating."
he has in the past, and I definitely have. And other times I've gone, "Hey, can you look at this for me?" His one feedback is always more variety, more variety, and I'm like,
Mm.
oh, I don't really know about variety. Um, and then
Every meal is just cream or ice, dark chocolate.
yeah, cream rice, almond butter,
Yeah.
chicken breast. Um, and then training wise. Like looking back to heading into my last peak week, I probably overdid it a little bit. He told me to pull back, my intensity. And I was thinking, I was like, oh, this is only the first show. Like if I pull back the intensity too much this show, then I
Mm.
know after the show, I'm not going to be 100%. And then we're going to pull it back again for Adelaide. Then I'm going to pull it back again for Nationals. I was like, this is going to be like a month and a half of barely training.
Yeah.
So I think I overdid it heading into Perth just a little bit. And then when you add I think it was about a 3.5 hour flight.
Mm.
add some travel into the mix too. Um, yeah, I feel like I was just a little bit under recovered heading into that show. But yep, that was yeah entirely on me, not him.
Yeah, I think like the month around competing, training matters so much less than people think.
Yeah.
And overdoing it matters so much more than people think.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I won't have a lot. I did legs hard. I sent it today, but I won't have another leg day, like a good leg day, for probably 4 or 5 weeks now.
I would rather not train for a month before a show than train too hard.
Yeah. I was loving it today. I fucking just felt good. I sent it.
Yeah, it was a tough lesson to learn too, because then I got back like once you do it after the training too hard and you're sore, you're like, oh fuck, I can't undo it, you know?
Yeah.
I don't even feel that sore because I'm too fatigued. So, yeah, like, I couldn't even get lactate build up because I'm going to failure and then my legs just can't push and there's nothing there.
What about your joints and things?
Ah, they're all right. The knees are actually not too bad. So I've been wearing track pants more. I found that if I keep my knee joints more warm out in the cold, they've been performing better.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna start wearing pants more.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
old man business. You'll find out when you get older.
So
Um,
what's your carb up strategy for the
yeah.
show?
Yeah, Scott's always been a really big fan of a front load. So start off like first day, that's a high day, will almost be like a bit of a test, like test the waters just to see how it goes. Often after that first high day, I actually drop weight, dropping just because it dropping inflammation.
Yeah.
And then titrate it up as necessary. And then the day before the show, hopefully, bursting full, pull back the carbs,
Yeah. Yeah.
just to try and keep the midsection nice and tight.
When you put in the high day, say what would be Monday, or what would be Tuesday, your high day? Tuesday, Wednesday?
Depending on the day of the show, but if it's a Saturday show, yes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Sunday show, just a day later.
So when he jumps up to your high day, what percent would you is that above your normal carb? Is it like a 50% increase, so it's doubles, or is it like a 40, 30?
I'd have to look back. I also feel bad because I feel like I'm talking on Scott's behalf here. I follow because I trust Scott so much. I follow super blindly whatever he says.
Because obviously it's highly individual, but like what do you normally found? We just want to know what works for you.
Well, I can tell you that because tomorrow is a moderate day, which to be honest, tomorrow is just to try and slow my rate of loss just a
Mm.
little bit.
So back towards more closer to maintenance.
Yeah, yeah. So, like on a low day today, oh, that's embarrassing for me to say out loud, 150 grams of carbs,
Mhm.
and then tomorrow will be 350.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so up in like a
Yeah.
60%, 65% increase.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That'll you'll definitely feel that on the stomach. Like you'll enjoy that going in.
Oh, absolutely. But then
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like then you think about it when you're hungry, and then because cause especially now, feeling like I wasn't quite conditioned enough in Perth, heading into Adelaide, I just want to be like although in saying that, I probably matched my previous conditioning that I have before in Perth, whereas now kind of, trying to unlock that next level
Mm. Yeah, but
of
sometimes eating more can get you more conditioned because
very
that's
true,
what your body needs. It does just because you're in deficit doesn't mean you're gonna look better.
very true. So
So
I'll keep you posted, but then it plays on my mind a little bit.
well, we'll see you in
You,
person. I'll be backstage with you at Flinders.
Yes, I'm so glad that you and Sabina are going to be there.
She'll sort everyone out. So the
if
only
you
thing
were
she's pissed off
coach,
about is she can't watch me on stage.
Oh, because she'll be running around.
Yeah,
Hey.
if you were to coach yourself, you'd probably do the same thing that I would. Like you would just over diet yourself.
yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be doing like your heavy leg day before show. I've got to train, got to make sure they're hard. That like I don't know if you know that Michaela Aycock, that female physique competitor. She trains literally like up until show, just balls to the wall, and she's always hard as nails on stage.
I know I've heard some guys doing it too.
Yeah. I saw her in person when I was there at Toronto Pro. It was like day before show, and she was in there just like fucking deadlifting as heavy as she could. I was like, this girl's fucked. Because I remember John Jewell brought it up once. I think she's Pommy. They just built different over there. She is just trains just hard as shit, and she's only like 5 foot flat, probably short as, but just like dense muscle.
Wow. It makes you wonder too. It's like if she didn't do that, what could she look like?
Yeah, because she's all in with the trained by JP crew. Well, she was. I haven't heard much. Have you heard about Michaela Aycock? You know Michaela Aycock, Cam?
Me, didn't she do like a really big transformation with her legs or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not British. I think she's from Texas.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, Florida or somewhere. She's American.
Oh, she's okay. Yeah, she trains hard though.
Yeah, crazy condition.
Fucking, yeah, Caucasian dry.
Do you find it hard and with bikini that there's like such a fine line that they want between like they want you full but not too full and they want you conditioned but not
Mm.
too conditioned? Like, is it hard that you can't just get as conditioned as possible? Like you have to kind of find that balance for you.
I think so. And I think we did that with Perth. We realized we weren't quite conditioned enough. Um, But at the same time, I think it takes such a trained eye for it. And if I'm truthfully honest, I don't think even with my level of experience, I really have that eye for bikini. Like I listen to Tyler Mannion's, breakdowns and things like that. And as he explains it, I see what he's saying. But yeah, when it comes to your own, and especially trying to analyze my own physique, I guess subjectively, I don't have that eye yet.
It'd be hard as well because say your legs are where they want, but your shoulders aren't. You're like, oh, we've got to keep digging, but then your glutes get too lean. You're like, fuck, now that's too lean. So how do you get that? Is there a way you and Scott have figured out a way to balance condition where you can be like, okay, we get this over lean, but when we carb up, this softens out perfectly, and like if you've worked all that out, or is it different, been different every prep, so you have to sort of just learn it every time?
Yeah, I think too. Yeah, it's definitely about learning it every time. Like in my transition, I noticed lines, especially through my glutes, that I've never had before. But I think too, because I've had such a long off season, there's been a big jump up in both muscularity and conditioning. Maybe not big jump up, but definitely
Mm.
a jump from last time I competed across all competitors. Um, and I think too, like you hear funny things that people say, like, oh, if you could just get, like a little bit leaner from the back, or just soften up a little bit from the
Yeah,
front.
yeah, like you can choose where it comes off of.
Yeah, how? Like, yeah, I did learn a hard lesson too. At Perth, I think the nerves got the better of me a little bit, and backstage, I just over pumped up for
Mm.
sure.
Yeah, which can make a big difference in your division.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm.
Because I look back at, videos that were only 20 minutes apart. Like, and in hindsight, I definitely see the difference now, and I'm like, oh damn it! But Scotty was out the front with the wellness girl, Cass. She looked incredible, and so I was just backstage by myself, like, like what do I do? And I just overdid it, and that was again totally on me.
Yeah, sometimes less is more.
Absolutely,
Mm.
yeah.
Um, what's been the hardest part of this prep so far?
Ooh, great question. This is going to sound a little bit sad, but I don't know when I'm going to compete again. So I think that I don't want it to be over and just taking it each day as it comes. I look back and I'm like, geez, it's just flown by. Like it's gone so fast. Yeah. But
So
if I
what do you
wouldn't do
mean
Why
you
do
might
you,
not
why do
compete
you say
again?
that?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, like one day, well, this year, like just some financial goals, like buying a house. Um, I'd love to, one day be a mom, have a relationship, things like that. Focus more on injecting too. But I'll always still be a bodybuilder, I think. So I just don't know when I'll compete again. And I'm not saying never, but I know it won't be next year.
Yeah. Yeah, you're shifting your focus onto other things to get your life more sorted before you're
Yeah,
shifting priorities.
yeah,
Yeah.
just before going again. Yeah.
Would you say that becoming a bodybuilding competing has made you more confident, helped your life in any way?
Oh, 100%. I couldn't imagine my life without it. Yeah. Just the daily confidence it gives you ticking off the boxes and like, having a better understanding about your health, and things like that. Yeah.
So you learn a lot about yourself as well.
Yeah, well, to be truthfully honest too, when I was 16, I was diagnosed with polycystic ovaries. And kind of, yeah, went down like the rabbit warren there. of like different diets and nutrition to try and help and things like that. And to be honest, I feel like the that bodybuilding was the best thing for it.
So what? So going back with that, that you found trying out different nutrition strategies and that, what have you found that works the best? Is it just a summation of being fitter and eating healthier that makes the symptoms better? It's not any one food; it's just being healthier.
Yeah, well, I'm super lucky that when it comes to like symptom wise, I'm not in any pain day to day, anything like that. My two only symptoms are acne and not and like the absence of a cycle. And but I feel like though if I wasn't, eating whole foods, eating a high protein diet, incorporating, more like low inflammatory foods, things like that, I think I would 100% be in pain, and it would be more, and like my symptoms would be 100%, like 100 times worse.
So
Um,
just for others like you, do you? What about tell us more about your symptoms? Do they differ in off season versus prep? Like if you're eating more or less, do they change? Do you get flare ups if you carb up? Like is it as rapid as that, or is it in the off season over time eating more food and body inflammation, it gets worse? How does that work?
nah, not at all. So but I think too, I've never had any, I think with polycystic ovaries, and I'm not an expert, so if I'm wrong, please, this is just from talking from personal experience, but it's when people swap from extremes from one end to the other end of the spectrum so quickly, like they gain a bunch of, they gain 10 kilos in 2 months or things like that.
Yeah, like a blowout post show.
Yeah, like that's when they're really going to send their hormones into some havoc. And then, and then rather than trying to like, you know, like manage the condition, they're just trying to put out spot fires.
Mm.
And then they're getting frustrated with, with their symptoms, and then they stop training, and then it spirals out of control from
Yeah,
there.
so it's basically the same as anyone. Like anyone's going to go off on a tangent after a show blowout. Yeah, even normal people have mood swings and you can get
Mhm.
kidney issues. So yeah, basically just consistency. Like
Oh,
bodybuilding, consistency is key.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, and everyone's experiences like with things like that is different. But I feel like considering I've had it, oh geez, I've had it for over 10 years now. I'm pretty lucky in the sense that like it doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah, because I've got a few people that I know have it, and their lives are hell.
Yeah, I think too, like
But in saying that, none of them train and none of them eat good.
yeah,
They're all non-bodybuilding people. So what does that tell you?
yeah, and too, I think it's how you look at it. Like if I wanted to be like dwell on it and
Yeah, mindset.
yeah, mindset, but like rather it's like, well, this is the hand I've got, so let's use it.
It's like
That's
you were saying before, Dave, placebo yourself. You know, you talk yourself into something. If you talk yourself into, oh, I've got PCOS, I'm going to feel this. I'm reading all the symptoms. I'm going to get that. You start developing them because you're thinking about it. You know,
$100%.
it's all in the mind. So how did you get into coaching then after you left the military and you started working for Silk after the military for income? And how did you get into coaching?
Yeah, I should clarify, there was some gap between leaving the army and starting nursing. So I had to finish my RNs first before getting into that. And
Hmm.
with coaching wise, after doing my first run of like IFBB shows, I just kept getting questions, and I think it was a bit of like the imposter syndrome. Everyone talks about that first time competitor that then becomes a coach. And
Mm.
I didn't want that to be me. So I kept saying no for a while, and then I did the certs just to get the ticks in the boxes before getting into it. And then I end up just helping out a couple friends first, and then yeah, once I got like my app up and running and things like that, took it a little bit more seriously. And in like the following year, I competed with Ash, who now I coach alongside. She approached me when she was pregnant with her son Archie, asking for a bit of extra help. Yeah.
Nice. So you're obviously more of a woman-focused coach.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I love working with
Yeah.
guys. I think they're good.
Are you a good, do you do people prepped yet, or are you just more general fat loss and general fitness at the moment?
Only some FMG gals.
Okay.
Yeah,
You,
our
you,
guys, yeah.
you do competitive people as well.
Yeah, I mean, Ash and I, with the three that we have at the moment, we've got like it's put more of a team approach. I've kind of got the meal plans,
Yep.
to that, and she covers the training and the rate of loss. Yeah, making sure that they're getting in shape in time.
And
No,
yeah, you moving. Oh, you can.
no, that's cool. That's a cool, like a team effort thing.
Mm.
Yeah, and it's cool too because yeah, actually, it's he just turned two literally only yesterday. So yeah, it's cool that like when because as a mum, things pop up, shit happens. So it's cool to like know that I've got her back as well when if she needs it. And the girls are never left. Like there's always one of us that are there.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been coached by, like, you get some clients that have, or people, professionals have like a nutrition coach, then they have the training coach. Whatever, like what you got Andrew Jack, he's coached by Christina, but who's Andrew Jack training with again?
Wow.
Yeah, Kamal. So it's like sometimes it can help having a second set of eyes on like a specific set of skills.
Yeah, I used to hear that like competitors used to do that a lot, I feel like.
Mm. It's not as big anymore because these days most coaches have had experience in coaching in nutrition and training because they've mostly come from bodybuilding themselves.
Yeah, but I think like, it needs to tie together as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at least
It needs to match the training.
That's why I think it has to be a team. Like, they all talk together. Whereas the Andrew Jack one, and I don't know how much Kamal and Chris talk, but I feel like you said, Ken, you're hand in hand, like, oh, okay, well, D output with, you might not change nutrition, but you want to D output training and that. So you need to actually be a team with that person if they're getting coached by someone else.
yeah, because I know like Derek Lunsford gets coached by Aceto, but he was getting trained with that Brazilian guy. But
Yeah.
I know Aceto and that guy were communicating every day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
yeah,
that works.
yeah,
Same with Kamal,
There's,
like Kamal and Asido. Yeah.
yeah.
they might communicate.
Yeah.
Kamal got
Chris,
coached by Aceto for a long time.
Chris was coached by, no, Kamal was coached by Chris.
Yeah, but I
Mm,
think
It's working.
it's like really important that the coach has a good eye for what's happening with training because it's
Yeah.
intertied. Like it has to. They're both in the one thing.
yeah, I agree.
And she's
Nutrition and training, they don't supersede each other. They're like on the same field.
do you let any of your guys like take control of their own training?
I don't.
Yeah, I
I,
don't let them. I don't let anyone do it.
No.
I'm very fussy about like how people train. I won't even let them swap exercises or things unless they talk to me about it because
Yeah.
yeah, I just think everything has a purpose and if it's been put that way, there's a reason for it.
It also depends on the level of the client.
Mm.
If it's someone who's as long as they're at the gym, I'm happy, whatever. But if it's someone that's competing, I'm like, no, no, you need to learn to do things you don't like doing and learn to make them so you like them. Yeah.
I think also too, if you get a client that um they want to do what they like, not what they need to do. Like even competitors can get caught up doing that, Like um yeah, so the coach needs to have control of training.
Mhm.
Mm.
It's that being uncomfortable that people kind of don't really want to, they just want to avoid it.
Most of our clients, I'd say they come to us, boys, and just do what we say because they respect us. That's why they chose us. Do you have any issues, boys?
I don't get a lot of issues. I think that when people are trying to like swap out training for something else, it's either comfort, like something's hard and they don't want to do it, or it's
Mm.
ego. They're able to put 10 plates on this machine, then they can only put two on the other one. So they want to do that one that makes them feel good or
Yeah.
whatever. So yeah, there's usually a reason for it. It's not because it's more optimal.
Yeah, it's funny because we choose machines that have less plates, so we don't have to load as much. I'm like, why would I want to waste energy loading a machine? I don't know. That's when they're young though, but sometimes you let them do that because it keeps them motivated.
Depends on the client.
Yeah, so again, it's always a gray area. There's no black and white. Um, so so yeah, maybe last show, and then you're gonna push more online coaching or more silk or both.
Yeah, both. At the moment, I've been a little bit guilty of if I find myself if I focus more on one in prep, the other one has been falling by the wayside a little bit. So I hopefully can find a happy medium and progress both avenues. Concurrently, that would be good.
I'm sure you'll be able to fit it all in.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? With the, I can't remember now what I was going to say. Oh, going back to Scott as your coach, so you're going to continue staying with him after the show still, though? And he'll still build you as an extended off season?
Oh, absolutely. I feel like I couldn't see a future without Scotty.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. It's good when people stay with coaches even after competing just to keep themselves in line because they know how beneficial it is.
Yeah. And then as you guys were talking before, I was kind of reflecting like on my own training and, in doing my macros and things like that, especially in an off season. It is a lot like it's a strong partnership, and I'm like, oh, maybe I should maybe I should let Scotty have the wheel a little bit more in an off season. I think like on my last off season, I definitely wanted to stay lean a lot longer than he probably would have liked, but he respected that entirely.
I'll be the other way around. I want to get fatter and Cam will keep me lean.
You don't want to get fat.
No, I don't.
Never gonna,
I
never
don't. I'm not
gonna.
interested in getting fat at all.
Yeah.
No,
I'll be like, I'll probably tell Cam, well, I don't need more food yet.
that's not happening.
What my low days now, I'm only going to be up a couple of hundred calories, aren't I? Coming out for the next 4 weeks, or something after nationals.
I don't know. We'll see.
I guess it depends on my body, what my body
Yeah,
does.
I don't know. Yeah,
I'm happy with 3,000 to 3,500 a day.
man, we'll see. I can't give you any answers.
Yeah.
It's
It's
not about being happy
yeah.
with.
I like
Like when
having that flat.
I had a client before message me. He's like, so like we doing those two high days again next weekend? I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like,
I'll let you know Friday
I'll let
afternoon.
you know when I see you check in. I don't know what you like.
I was just so I was just buying stuff for it, like the rice milk and that.
No, not you. I had another client
Oh,
me
oh.
earlier today, and they're like asking about, are we gonna do two high days again next weekend? I'm like, fuck, I don't know, man. We'll see. Like
That's a whole week away.
that's a week away.
Yeah.
No, I love having a like never feeling bloated. I love having a flat stomach.
Hmm.
So good. And no lower back pumps. Oh,
Oh
that's
yeah.
heaven. I hate lower back pumps.
I hear heaps of bodybuilders talking about that, and I was like, wow, I wish I knew what that felt like.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. You literally can't walk. You literally can't walk. You can't stretch it out. You're like, it's so pumped, it hurts. You don't want to stand there. You sit down, it hurts. You can't get comfortable.
Jeez,
It's not
that's
good.
like torture.
It's bad. Rapid fire. Favorite thing about competing?
Ooh, the bikinis
Hardest thing about prep?
when you can't sleep.
Yeah. One thing you
Yeah.
wish you knew before starting.
Oh, 10 even gets in your ears and up your nose.
So be prepared.
Yeah, be prepared.
Best
It
advice
goes
for
everywhere.
girls. So what's one piece of advice you give to someone that's about another bikini girl about to do her first show?
Take one day at a time, each day at a time. Don't think too far ahead.
All right, awesome. Is there anything else you want to touch on before we go?
I wanted to ask you actually, what after nationals, what's your next show?
Me,
Yeah,
for permabulk. When Cam says I'm ready. When
very
Cam says I'm ready to go. I'd say I wouldn't do longer off season than what 2 years max.
No way. You'll be doing 18 months max.
There you go.
18 months with from like off stage to on stage. So yeah,
yeah.
So what's that season C next year?
yeah, yeah. I don't like long off seasons for guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, if I don't get fat, I think we got a question as well from you. Yeah, I don't. If I don't get fat, you can only push so long anyway.
I don't even think about the word fat.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like the longer you go, like you're just gonna start doing mini cuts anyway. So you might as well do a prep.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah.
someone just asked. I was already asked it. What are the biggest challenges? But we already covered that. Did anyone else get any questions from the link?
No,
No. Is there anything else you want to ask?
no.
No,
It'll be
I'm
nice to
good.
meet you. It'll be nice to meet you down in Adelaide.
Yeah, I look forward
Yeah.
to be backstage with Andrew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be back down there. Yeah, yeah.
Awesome, because the show's got moved. Scotty can't make it to at the Adelaide show, so I'll be flying solo. So
Oh,
Are you
because
gonna,
he's
are you
obviously.
driving to Melbourne as well, or are you gonna fly up to Melbourne?
I'll fly. Yeah.
Have
Yeah.
your Airbnb booked?
Yeah, I ended up just staying in an apartment in the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of Doherty's, it's just like a couple minute walk from the train station, Doherty's.
City gym, yeah. You should really go to one gym.
Yeah. One gym, Port Melbourne.
Yeah, that's the
It's only around the corner.
Yeah, somehow I don't know how, but I had a one gym tracksuit. I had never been before. I don't know where I picked it.
I think they had them in the goodie bags at one show.
Oh, it must have been that then. Yeah, because I was just repping one gym, and I've never been. So then at least I can say now that I've been. So I have to go.
Yeah, it'd be probably one of the best gyms in Melbourne, I'd say.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
want to go there or back to Powerhouse.
Powerhouse.
Yeah,
They're opening up another powerhouse in another suburb as well.
yeah, I heard.
But that one's only going to be like 10, 15 minutes from us anyway, Cam.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. We're staying in Williamstown.
Yeah. Did you guys
So,
get a what's called hire car?
no, I drive there.
Oh, you're gonna drive over. Okay. Yeah.
By the time I drive to the airport, catch the plane, get cab to the Airbnb, I might as well just drive, then I got the car.
How far is it? Like 7 hours?
It's more on the way there because of the time difference. It's normally like 8.5 there, but then on the way back it's like 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't take that long.
So it's 7 hours.
It's 7 hours.
Yeah. Depends how fast you drive. Depends who's driving. I think it's
I've
like
never heard someone take a time zone into account.
780
It
k's.
takes the extra 2 hours.
Yeah, I've never heard someone do that.
Well, I've done it in 5.5.
Yeah,
How much time actually driving the car?
That was averaging about 245 k's an hour.
Yeah, right.
Right.
That was in my clubby when I had my club sport.
Yeah, I might fly up there then.
Yeah. Nah, this is years ago. I would never do that now. That's dangerous. Nah, there's too many cameras and shit now. I just sit on cruise control now. And it's good because my car has that thing, where it traces the car behind and line detection. So it's like keeps it in line and doesn't let you go certain distance. And it actually comes to a complete stop at lights, all by itself.
Are you driving over with Sabina?
Yeah, it'd be me, Cam, and Sabine. We can't be packed.
Oh, that is a full car.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, see, I wouldn't trust myself driving that far by myself.
I've drove to Melbourne heaps. Last time we bring Lando, our dog, and he has to sit on Mrs. lap. He sits on the Mrs. lap the whole time, and she hates it.
Oh,
But, nah, it's not that bad. Well, I drive there all the time.
now you put it in my head, I'm like, geez, maybe I should have driven. But everything's booked, so nah, I can't think about it now. It's done.
With the price of Ubers and stuff, I don't know. I hate relying on shit. I like having my own car.
That's fair.
Well, thanks for coming on.
No, thank you so much.
Hopefully, your clients and everyone now knows you a bit more. They can back you a bit in the Adelaide show now.
Yeah, I hope to, because sometimes I feel like I glamorize everything, or like maybe just don't share too much about actual competing and stats and strategies and stuff on Instagram. So hopefully it gave some insight.
That's what people love, all the spicy stuff. Hi, day. Oh, what are your macros? People love all that shit.
Yeah, I feel like it's just like a little comparison thing. They just want to know like, oh, what's she eating? Or like,
Mm.
Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy though. Like if I put up a food thing, people go nuts for it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not what matters. It's like the
Yeah,
training.
exactly. If
Yeah.
anyone's like, oh, asking too many questions about food or drugs or anything, I'm like, go practice your posing.
Yeah,
If you got time to worry about this shit, go work on your presentation. Because that's the one thing that people do the least.
yeah.
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 Which yeah, speaking of presentation, like skin prep and things like that, I feel like I've mastered. So if anyone needs a hand with like their skin prep and that, how to get like a nice finish on their tan, definitely, yeah, always happy to help.
I'll ask you for some tips backstage.
That'll be too late. It starts like 2 weeks
Yeah.
before. Yeah.
Well, send me the protocol.
Okay.
Actually, no, that would actually be
Yeah.
probably very helpful because
Yeah.
you've
Send
got
me the protocol because I'm heaps
very
white.
fair skin.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, send me something to help make me darker. And look, yeah, it's better. All right. Take it easy. Cheers, everyone.
all right, guys.
Rest of your night.
See ya.
See ya.